Are you afraid of the dark? This is a dark village on a stormy night. The kind of night where the moonlight is hidden by thick clouds and the only light comes from the lightning that occasionally strikes the trees. The wind is strong enough to sway the branches, but it's not enough to stop the rain from pouring down. There is an abandoned stone well at the edge of the forest. It's covered with moss and vines, and the locals say it's haunted by the spirits of those who died in the storm. I couldn't see nor hear anything, but the hair on my arm stood up and I felt a sudden urge to run away. As I turned to leave, I saw a deer. It was standing in the middle of the road, its eyes wide and staring directly at me. I stopped in my tracks. Was it friendly or was it curious? I couldn't tell. And in that moment, I felt like I was being watched. Here's a scary story. A young bride in a red wedding dress, wearing a golden Mangal Sutra, was walking towards the well. She was sad and fearful. The camera fades into darkness. The story goes like this. A young couple got married a few days ago. The girl was very beautiful, but she was also very naive. On the day of her wedding, she was wearing a red dress and a golden Mangal Sutra, a symbol of her marital status. As she was walking towards the well to get water, she saw a group of men standing around it. They were all staring at her, and their eyes were filled with lust. The bride was scared, but she had to do what she had to do. As she reached out to grab the rope, one of the men grabbed her hand and pulled her towards him. The bride screamed for help, but no one came to her rescue. The men dragged her down the well and into the darkness. To be continued. A group of boys, with a dim lantern, standing around an old well. Their faces, half of them lit up with excitement, the other half in fear. The air is still. You can hear a pin drop. All of them are holding their breath as they stare into the dark hole. One of the boys takes a step back and stumbles over a rock. The lantern falls from his hands and crashes to the ground, shattering into a million pieces. They all scream and run away as fast as they can, tripping over each other in their haste to get away. But it's too late. Something's already coming up. The well. It's dark, and it's huge, and it's hungry. And as it lunges for the first boy, you see its eyes, glowing red in the darkness. Here's a horror short I shot for 60 seconds. We're gonna start with a close-up of the boys' faces. They're hearing something in the distance. It's faint sobbing. And then the camera's gonna slowly move up to reveal the source of the sound. As we get closer, we can see that there's a lantern hanging from the edge of the well. The light is flickering, and the shadows are dancing on the stones around it. And then we're gonna go from the outside of the well to the inside looking up. And you can see the boys' faces illuminated by the light of the lantern as they peer over the edge. If you like this kind of content, follow for more. I post weekly shorts and full-length horror videos. This is terrifying. A woman in a torn bridal sari is rising slowly from the well. She's pale, and her eyes are hollow. Her hair is wet and covering part of her face. You can hear the anklets jingling softly as she floats forward. This painting was posted online and people are losing their minds over it. Some say it's cursed. Some say it's just a really detailed painting of a woman in a well. What do you think? Personally, I'm not a fan of wells. There's just something about them that I find unsettling. Maybe it's because they're often used in horror movies as a plot device to kill people. Or maybe it's just the sound they make when you drop a rock into them. Whatever the case may be, this painting is giving me major chills. How about you? One boy falls, terrified, staring as the ghost reaches for him. I don't know if you can see this, but her lips are moving. She's whispering, "Return my wedding necklace." He looks down to see her hand almost touching his face. This ghost is here to collect her wedding necklace from 100 years ago, and she's not doing well. The boy runs away, but it's too late. She's already touched him. Now he has to return her necklace or else he will die. The only way to break the curse is to find the ghost and apologize. But where would a ghost be? In the walls? Maybe? He starts to dig through the wall and finds the ghost. She's trapped in the wall with only one finger free. "Please, please, take my finger," she begs. It hurts so much. He takes her finger and the ghost disappears. The necklace around his neck glows and then disappears as well. He's free. Some people found this unconscious boy near a well in their village. At first they thought he was just drunk. But when they turned him over, they saw something that made their blood run cold. Around his neck hangs an old, rusted Mangalsutra. For those who don't know, a Mangalsutra is a sacred thread worn by married Hindu women. And this one was glowing faintly, which was really strange because it didn't look like any regular Mangal. The villagers took him to the hospital, but there was no sign of life. The doctors tried their best, but they couldn't find anything wrong with him. He just looked dead. As the sun began to set, the boy's body started to glow a faint red color. The villagers started to panic. "What did this boy do to deserve this?" they asked. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stopped. The boy's body went limp, and his face turned pale. The next morning, the villagers found a note in his hand written in his own blood. It read, "I tried to end my life, but now I can't die. Please help me. It's night again." This is the well! It's been like 20 minutes since I showed you guys this before. But now, I'm showing it to you from a drone shot from far away. So you can see how big it really is. And then I heard this faint sobbing sound being carried by the wind. And it was at that moment I realized, oh no, we're not safe here. Something's watching us. And then the text on screen says, some Atmas never rest. What does that mean? I don't know. I didn't see any ghosts or anything like that. But you guys, let me know what you think. This place is seriously creepy. I don't like it! We're getting out of here!